Good morning, you lovely lot. It's actually probably afternoon now. While I remember, I need to try and chop the top off of that tree. In my PJs. What could go wrong? I might actually have to cut some of the branches back a little bit as well first. And get the ladder. And we'll see how it goes. I'm literally climbing up there in my PJs. Refuse to get dressed today. Ladder. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Does anyone want to call an ambulance now? Them on standby. Thing is, if I don't do it, it won't get done. Might just trim those a little bit, make them a bit more narrow. Oh, my next job. Okay, so the dogs keep going for next door's dogs, and they're slowly wearing down this and chewing at it, and I'm a bit worried they're going to make their way through. So I've bought these bird spikes, which I'd never stick on a fence, to be honest, but I am going to stick down here because it'll just deter them from going at this point, which is where they always go. And I bought myself from Lidl for £19.99 yesterday this, can I do it the right way up? Oh, I did it the wrong way up again. Screwdriver, multi-cutting tool, bits and bobs, which I've charged up, and I have a jar of screws that I've saved from various projects. I'm going to attach some spikes. There we go. I've put some down there, some here, and I'm hoping that is going to be enough to stop them running at the fence. And then I've just popped my plant up because it's a bit flippy floppy around the mushroom. And Timmy has had a good old chew on this one, and it is Timmy, it's always Timmy. There's not a lot of this one left. It's well chewed. This creates a canopy, which I do like, but it might be getting a bit big now. I don't know, we'll see. I'm wondering if there's something I can put under it. It's created its own canopy off the fence, to be fair. Look, under there. Anyway, that's that job done. Got all these little flowers popping up in the garden from my wild seed mix. There's a cornflower there. I think the other one must have been a white cornflower. My mother of trillions and billions is getting bigger. I'll put it in a bigger pot. This I'm waiting for it to flower. I don't know if I need to move it maybe somewhere more sunny. It does get the sun there. These I've pulled out from these are my lilies, which I've taken out of the goose pen. These are my lettuce babies, which something started to eat in the kitchen. You can see it's got loads of bugs on it. So I brought it out and I'm throwing it into the geese and they're eating it. That is doing so much better since I took all the dead bits off and keep bringing it in and out when I feel I need to. My dragon tree is doing amazingly. It's got new shoots and stuff this year. This was a plant that Kenzie gave me from work. He rescued it. That's coming along nicely now. This is another, these are another two ones that he rescued from work. Just need to take off sort of the dead bits, and I'm leaving it in water. Sort of, oh, there's no water in there at the moment, but I pop, like, you know, water like that because it's a bit of a swamp plant really, and seems to be perking up, like lots of new bits growing, which is good. I can get rid of these dead ones. It'll start to look better. And it's got, this is self-rooted itself as a bit of that bead, I can't remember what it's called, bead succulent. My mum gave me these, can't remember what they are. They were being eaten by something. I took them in for a few days and now they've perked up again. I think there's something else growing in amongst them by the look of it, a bit of grass. I've got more wild flowers over there which I've moved so they get a bit more sun, lots of grasses and bits. Got more lettuces and things growing over there which I'll just throw in. And there's a broccoli plant there again, which was from last year actually. It's nice treats for you guys, isn't it? Like, what is going on? Who are you talking to, Pip? I need to collect the seeds on these Aquilegias and bag them up, and these Aquilegias, and then remove all of these dead bits. Need to keep deheading this. This planter is very nice, but it dries out very quickly because it's so small, and I'm thinking maybe I need to find the right sort of plant to go in there. Not sure. The primrose seems to do quite well. Is it primrose? I think that's a primrose, isn't it, that's in there? They do all right in it. Oh, I thought I'd got rid of all of my stray stinger nettles, but clearly I've got some there. Oh, I need to deadhead these as well. And then on the rock here, I did throw some, not rock, sorry, on this rotting log, I threw some wildflower seeds, and it is growing various things on there, so I like that. I'm leaving that. The thistle has flowered, so that'll come back again next year, I think. It's now being eaten by something. I might give this leaf to the geese. They love these. There you go. She's not normally allowed to eat them because it's my plant and I tell her off. But Dorothy in particular loves them. They can have these ones that are being munched on already. There we go. There you go. You can see where this has had a couple of moments of drying out. Now I leave it in a bowl. Okay, that's going to need some more water in it. I tend to leave that in a bowl now. Because it has had moments of drying out, as you can see, when I've been away. And we are going to get some really strong heat over the next few days, and I am going to be away from Tuesday for a very long time. So I just need to maybe prep some of these plants and prep Kenzie and their care as well. This is looking really nice. I do love ferns. Got a whole bunch of wild plants here. That's actually looking a bit dry. Let's pour that in there. This plant does really well because I always empty the goose water from their nighttime pen into it, so it gets plenty of water. And then I can't actually remember what this is, but it's nice and green and it's quite happy. So yeah, that's just there doing green things. It's just being green. It's its purpose in life. I don't think it's got any flowers. I've not seen any flowers yet, and I can't actually remember what it is. Probably should have put a little stick in there, shouldn't I? So yeah, I'm going to sit on my chair now and maybe read a book. I need to find somewhere to put my feet though, because this doesn't have a lift up bit here, so I think I need something to put my feet on. I've also got these little bits of wildflowers popping through my patio. Sometimes the geese pick at it, sometimes the dogs pick at it, and sometimes I pick at it and throw it away, but when it's got pretty flowers coming up on it, I'm quite happy to leave it there. And I didn't show you that, did I? That's beautiful. I love it every year. So pretty. And I was waiting for it to flower, thinking, why is it not flowered yet? And it's flowered better than it has done the last couple of years that I've had it. because I can't sit still for more than 5 minutes, I've actually created a canopy to shelter my head like this. And what I've done is I've used these bits of bamboo, which should really be on that side. Don't know if you can actually see. Oh, bits of bamboo. And then I've used the vines, the Virginia creeper and the honeysuckle to go round like that, bind it all together, and as it grows, hopefully it will continue to bind around it and hold it up a little bit, with a little bit dangling down, like that. That will just shade my head while I'm sitting here enjoying the sun. That is looking very inviting. Kenzie's actually making me ice cream as well, and he just made me a cup of tea. I'm going to go and lounge here and see if I can stay there for more than 5 minutes. Didn't like the taste of that one. I've got my buddy next to me. Hey Timmy. You hanging out with me? Trying to avoid getting eaten by the geese, aren't you? I'm going to need another shower. Okay, so things have changed again. The unit that was here, that had the, you know, the seed trays and stuff in, was just collapsing. I've put it over here without the net, the waterproof on it, because the waterproof is all broken at the top. So I've got like a stacker box lid that's on there, and hopefully that will keep the rest of the stuff a bit waterproof. But that will just be out the way, and it'll be like a mini shed. Cleared off the bench a little bit. I've moved these plants around a little bit, like this. It's my canopy. Working quite well at the moment. And then I tied up this. I thought it was dead, so I went to pull a bit out, but actually it's got a lot of live growth in it, and you can see down here, even though this bit looks really dead, so I've tied this up to make it look more tidy. Also, as I was pulling the stuff out, my tree light has broken, so I need to pull all of the tree light out. I've done the bottom bit. Yeah, so taken, deadheaded, removed old stuff. There's a little spider in that little web, like a little funnely spidery thing hiding in there. I've left his web for him. The geese are quite happy milling around in there, keeping me company. I've hoovered all of this because I hoover my garden after giving it a really good sweep. And I hoovered all between the pieces because the geese actually came along and did a bit of weeding for me. There goes my wild plant that I was saying could stay. Oh, and these lights that were over the top of that canopy thing, I've thrown the light box onto the top there, and then I've threaded these through. I don't know if they work or not, but I have kind of threaded them through a bit, and hopefully they'll light up. I've got a huge irritation here. Something seems to be hanging out of that. I don't know if I've been stung by something. But I'm also allergic to tree sap from a Leylandii coniferae thing. So obviously that's irritated my arms when I pulled that down and dealt with it. I'm going to have a lot of itchiness going on there. I did wash straight away, I did have a shower, but yeah. That's the garden. Had a bit of work done to it, tidied it up, got rid of dead things, bleached that channel there where the dogs wee because it keeps smelling of wee, and yeah, this is my little oasis of calm, and I'm not actually going to be here for the next month to enjoy any of it. Maybe I can pop in on a Monday or a Friday and hang out a bit. A few evenings a week maybe, pop in before I go off to my pet sit.